Hey everyone, it's LDP, and today I want to review something that I recently found that I'm really excited about. So earlier this week I found this kit at my local Mr. Price store, and it is a punch needle kit. I've wanted to try punch needle work for quite a while now. I think everyone has, because it's cool and fun and you get a cute little rug kind of thing at the end of it. Very exciting. So when I saw this kit I was really excited because I wanted to give punch needle work a try for a while now, but I wasn't sure where to get the supplies I needed. So when I saw that Mr. Price had a box that included everything I needed, I was really excited. So today I'm just going to be talking about this kit, what it actually involves, kind of the instructions, because I found the instructions a little shaky. But so how you can actually do it if you get this kit, and how I thought it went, and what I think of it overall. Okay, so when you open this kit, you'll find that it has a plastic embroidery hoop or frame, the punch needle, a needle threader, a little pair of snippers, the actual wool that you need, the piece of fabric that you need to punch onto, and instructions. Something that I really liked is that it also came with this plastic, almost like a plate holder, which is a really nice way to display an embroidery hoop that I haven't actually really seen much before. What I really liked about this kit is that it includes everything you need. So if you don't have craft supplies on hand, which I usually do, so it doesn't affect me, but if you're getting it for someone and you don't know what they have available to them, what they need, what they do have in their home, this is really great because it contains everything. So there's no, you know, oh, just use this splatter and brush and paint and very niche pair of scissors, which I think is wonderful because it makes it more accessible. So literally, if you don't have scissors in your house, the kit comes with a tiny pair of snippers and you're fine. And I really love that. Okay, now for the actual punch needle process. As I said, I have never done anything with a punch needle before, so this was really exciting to me. I didn't even know where to buy a punch needle, so being able to find one at a Mr. Price store was incredible. But the instructions were truly baffling to me. The first page of instructions was okay. It was mostly, steps 1 to 3 are literally just showing you how to thread the needle. It's a little bit confusing, but I've got it. I'll show you now how I did it. So this, I was like, cool, that's just threading the needle. Step 4, truly a mystery to me. I have no idea what is going on here. At this point it says, it is recommended to control 5 to 6 needles. The small picture can be reduced according to the actual situation. The second circle is attached to the first circle. Knit between the 2 stitches. No idea. Like, I have a feeling that this was possibly written in another language and translated directly, and that translation I don't think worked. If you understand what this means, please let me know, because I have no clue. So because I had no idea what these instructions meant, I went and watched a video on how to do punch needling, and I just kind of went ahead and was winging it based on that. So I will put that tutorial down below, but hopefully if you watch what I've done here, it will be enough to explain how you can do it too. So I went ahead and started by threading the punch needle. What's really great about this particular kit is that it comes with this really long needle threader, and you just pop the needle threader through from the pointy end of the needle. You put your yarn through the needle threader and pull it through so that the end of the yarn comes out at the metal end of the punch needle. Great, sorted. Again, just like before, pull the yarn through that hole. And then you are ready to start your punch needling. So something that's really nice, because this is a kit of course, it comes with the design already printed on the fabric. So it is right there ready for you. There's no thinking, there's no drawing, there is no administrative process. You just have to put that fabric into your hoop. Something that I realized after this is that the circle doesn't go all the way to the edges, so you're going to want to center that circle of the design in the hoop. To put it in your hoop, you're just going to unscrew the top of the hoop and separate those two pieces. Then you're going to lay your fabric over the inner part of the hoop and then place the outer hoop over it and screw it closed. Once the hoop was secured, the fabric was tight inside of that hoop, it was time to start the actual punch needling process. So something about this fabric is that it has a very loose weave, which is what you need, I'm guessing, for punch needling, because it doesn't actually break the fabric, it just kind of goes through in between, which is really fantastic. So I started with the red yarn for the top of my rainbow and I just started punching. It's really that simple, which is quite exciting. So start by pushing the needle through the fabric and flip it over and pull the end of your yarn through, because otherwise it is just going to come out and nothing will be achieved. Next, you're going to pull the needle out, leaving that bit of yarn on the back of the fabric, and punch back into the fabric about 1 centimeter away. Something that I struggled with at first was getting the punch needle to go all the way through and ensuring that I was leaving enough yarn on the other side so that it didn't just come straight back out. But once I got the hang of it, this was pretty simple. I just made sure that every time I pushed the punch needle through, I was feeling on the other side and holding onto that little bit of yarn attached to it to ensure that enough was being left behind there. So then, once I'd started this, I just continued this process until the red section of the rainbow was completed. But once I got to the end of that red section, I just pushed the needle all the way through, flipped over the entire hoop, and pulled some of the yarn from the needle out so that I had a bit of a tail and snipped it off. And then the yarn was pretty much secured. Then I continued exactly as I had for the red section of the rainbow for the other 4 colors of this little rainbow. This just followed exactly the same process, punching in, ensuring that the yarn was secured on the other side and that it was leaving behind a loop, and then I just continued. Something that I had to get the hang of was realizing that the back was very yarn heavy. Like, it is pom-pom city out here. There is so much yarn. But I kind of liked that effect and I stored that in my brain because that's how I wanted the little clouds to look later. So I'll get there. After I'd finished the actual color bands of the rainbow, I went ahead and started the sky blue around it. So I realized way too late that I was making the loops at the back way too big. Especially for the sky blue, because I had almost completed this part when I realized I was about to run out of yarn. Great. So I pretty much just pulled all of it out and started again, which is really nice about punch needle, that you can just pull it all out and start again. I completed the sky blue on my second attempt at this, and then I only had the clouds left to do. So because I wanted the clouds to look extra poofy and fluffy and, you know, really cloudy, I flipped over the hoop and decided to punch from the back rather than the front. This meant that I would have those loops coming through to the front rather than at the back, and just kind of added this pom-pom effect, which I think is really wonderful. So doing exactly what I did for every other part of this entire project, but from the back, I made those little clouds, and I'm really happy with how they turned out. Finally, it was time to figure out how to finish this off. I think that if you have a hot glue gun, you could trim down the fabric around the edges of the hoop to about 1 or 2 centimeters and just hot glue that down, obviously being really careful not to burn yourself. But I wasn't sure how many people have hot glue guns, so I think that using a needle and thread is maybe a more accessible way. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do. So I started by flipping my hoop over and folding in the edges of the fabric, and then I just used a standard sewing needle and some thread to almost spider web over and across that to ensure that all the fabric was hidden and pulled to the back securely so that the frame could lie flat against where I want to put it. Once I'd completed my little spider web, I knotted my thread and snipped off the edges, and the hoop was complete. Something that I really liked that I know I mentioned earlier is that this kit comes with this little plate stand kind of device, and I think it's such a cute way to display this hoop, especially if you want to put it on a desk or a table rather than just, you know, the stand hanging it on a wall. Overall, I think this is a really lovely kit. I think that if you want to learn a new craft or try something new, it's quite comprehensive in that it offers everything you need. However, the instructions are definitely not what they could be. So hopefully me being able to give it a go before you do has been able to shed some light onto how to actually do this. I'm really excited that Mr. Price had these in store. I'm not sure if they're online, I'll check, and if they are, I will link it down below. This kit cost 160 Rand, well 159.99, and I'm really impressed with the quality and how much the kit actually contained for that price, because I think that's a very reasonable price for a craft kit, and I really hope that Mr. Price starts selling more craft kits, because I think these are so lovely for gifts or just fun things to do in an afternoon. I'm really excited about this punch needle. I want to go and find more of this fabric and hopefully give it another go with my own design, try something new, do something fun, and I'm really looking forward to that. So thanks for giving me that starter, Mr. Price. Sponsor me. I think that getting a craft kit like this that contains tools that you can reuse in other projects is always so lovely, as opposed to something that just contains kind of expendable pieces that will be used in only one project. It's just always great to have something that you can take forward, having learned a new skill and having the tools to use those skills in future. So because of that, I think that 160 Rand is very reasonable to pay for this, and I'm really looking forward to see what else I can make with this punch needle. Let me know if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoy craft kit reviews. This is something that I think could be really fun to keep doing. But let me know if you give this a go for yourself too, if you found these instructions helpful, hopefully, because I'm still confused about what the actual written instructions meant. And let me know if you have given punch needling a try, or if it's something you would like to do, because it's definitely something that I think I could end up enjoying based on just this. Anyway, stay safe and I'll see you next time. Bye!